And give me a bull. Bull. All right, there we go. Who's going to win the events today?
We made it from the beginning to the end without completely falling apart. This is good.
What have you noticed about military kids as opposed to any other kids?
I think one of the cool things I always noticed when I was a classroom teacher is that whenever somebody new came in, how accepting they were of them. It was like no big deal for them to just say, hey, how's it going? A lot of times they knew them, but even when they didn't, it was just kind of natural and normal for them just to include them in what they were doing, and they're very accepting and open. And I don't know that it was always that way when I was growing up, because I did not attend a school with military students, and I don't think that we always treated people that well.
My golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated. And basically, if you want to be treated like you're somebody, you treat them like they're somebody. Don't be mean to them, don't push them around. Don't do any of that stuff, don't bully them. My dad says, you're just like a duck in water, let it all roll off your back.
I noticed that whenever I'm hanging around people, I'm the same, well, you could say I'm the same person as I am at home. It's not different being around like different races or anything, because you get used to it, just seeing it all around on bases, because it's like not segregated or anything, you could say.
It's not that really different than a normal kid's life. It's just being in the Army, there's a lot to deal with, with the whole moving thing every 1 or 2 years. I moved to a lot of fun places in my time as a military brat, like Georgia and Colorado. Those are some really beautiful looking places, and I met a lot of friends there. But it just made me so upset when I had to move away and try to make new friends. For me, I always found it hard to meet new people, unless it was on the internet or something. That made it a lot easier. Seeing how I didn't have to meet them face to face made me a bit less nervous and everything.
I have to go to a new school and start all over, but I think it's better than having to leave in the middle of the year and then I have to come in. I have to come in when everybody's already made a clique, or everybody's made like a clan and already together, or this girl's already has her best friend, and then I just come in. So
Hard to fit in.
yeah.
My name is Tina Nelson, and I am originally from South Carolina. My husband and I have been in for 19 and a half years. What we've started doing is taking some of the Army core values, and each week, or when we do the Brat Pack, focusing on one of them. And it gets the kids to open up. We watch little video blurbs that talks about the core value, and it gives them a chance to sit and reflect on what it means to be loyal, or what it means to have integrity. And it gives them a chance to focus on the same things that their parents focus on. Some of the kids really open up, especially when they get a chance to write on their own, and I tell them that I'm not going to be reading what's in their journal. I mean, their journals have been sitting on my desk and I haven't opened them yet because it's their personal thoughts.
Being a military brat, first, when, say, that person comes into your life and becomes that father or mother figure, it's really different because you don't want to trust them at first because they're rarely around you anyways. But once you get to know them, you start to care about them a lot more. And moving, it's a trade-off. Moving a lot for them or not having the love of them.
It's challenging, it's stressful at times. It's definitely an adventure all in itself. But you have to put on hats and play roles that in a normal situation, you probably wouldn't have to. I mean, there are roles that I have, you know, I play mom, dad, teacher, mechanic, this. There's so many roles that you have to play that in a normal family situation that you don't necessarily have to play. You just kind of have to go with the flow and do what you have to do.
One of the hard things for me being a teacher and a military spouse is with my husband's position is the kids in my class, their parents are under him. And the parents are in his battalion. Like I said, my husband's taken off just a couple weeks after the baby's born, and so I mentioned that. And the fear that came out of one of the kids in my class's eyes when he realized, wait a second, that means my dad's leaving too. And then to have that conversation with him and be like, I'm so sorry you didn't know. And they kind of look to me for answers because they know that my husband works with their parents. And so it's a cool connection, but it's also kind of a scary connection, especially once they go down range. If something happens, I'm gonna have to definitely hide that emotion from them. It's okay to fall apart sometimes, and it's okay to break down, and it's okay to be raw, because when we're raw, then we know we're supported. Because we're their teachers. That's our job, and we believe in them, and we're making them get up every night or every day and do their homework. We're making them come to school. And so we can't cop out either, and for them just to see that we're going through the same thing, even though we're adults, and we might be 20 years older than them, but that they're not alone and that the emotions that we're all going through are the same.